we got a situation with an update with Slep. Um, if you all know, Roblox has been in a huge situation with pedophilia, right? They were exposed, like exposed heavy, that they have massive, massive, huge problems of uh, trafficking and pedophilia on the Roblox platform. There was a huge controversy that came out with one of the players or YouTubers here who was playing Roblox, and he actually was a victim of the grooming and the predation on the Roblox. And so what he did was he took it upon himself to basically expose a lot of these predators on the platform and work with law enforcement to get them arrested, right? So Slep, real name Michael, is a Texas-based YouTuber primarily known for Roblox-related content. He gained attention for organizing sting operations against sexual predators using Roblox to target minors, resulting in 6 arrests that were documented in videos on his channel. Right, so he was a victim of these sexual predators on Roblox, and so he wanted to fight against it, and he took it upon himself to, um, organize sting operations, working with law enforcement. By the way, he was working with law enforcement to do this, which resulted in arrests for sexual, 6 arrests on sexual predators, right? So this blew up massively on Roblox. The entire world saw this, the entire world, and they have been trying to damage control so hard. It has been the most diabolical, retarded thing I have ever fucking seen a company do, to sit here and blatantly lie and try to brush this under the rug. Like, they just clearly want to get rid of this situation as by any means possible, pretty much, right? So what they did when this situation happened was that they basically banned Slep off of Roblox and basically lied on him, like in their statement, saying that, oh, he was doing vigilantism, or he was being a vigilante by going after these predators, and which, if you look up the term vigilantism, like that's nothing. Whatever he did, like what he did here, has nothing of the sort of vigilantism, right? Because law enforcement was involved, right? He didn't do anything even remotely considered vigilantism, besides luring, like all he did was lure predators and get them caught by police, right? So he actually worked with law enforcement. And it's crazy that they actually came out and said that he basically was a vigilante, and what he was doing was hurting the platform and hurting the other people on the platform. So basically, they were trying to protect their brand and other, basically other predators that are on the platform, by saying, oh, this guy's just coming out here being a vigilante and he's causing problems on the platform and causing a problem for us, right? Absolutely disgusting. Just absolutely disgusting, right? So Slep says Roblox finally reached out after cease and desist, but he rejected their olive branch. So this has been an update about 5 days ago. This is from Dexerto. Slep claims Roblox finally reached out to him directly after being banned from the platform and being sent a cease and desist over his viral predator catching videos. Right, so this is not the first predator catching videos he's put out. He's made multiple videos about Roblox, and they've been so pissed about this because it puts them in such a bad light. It makes them look so bad. The fact that they are literally complicit in this and not doing anything about it, and basically like promoting this type of stuff, and they don't want, they absolutely don't want the negativity. They absolutely don't want the publicity of this, right? Roblox whistleblower and YouTuber Slep says the company finally reached out to him after months of silence, offering to keep him active in the Roblox community, despite previously banning him and threatening legal action. The creator claims the outreach wasn't an act of goodwill, but a self-serving PR move that came only after public backlash, lawsuits, and a steep drop in Roblox stock value. In a new 36-minute video, Slep details how Roblox sent him a cease and desist letter earlier this year after he posted viral Sting-style videos exposing predators on the platform. He says his investigations helped lead to multiple felony arrests, but Roblox accused him of violating its terms of service and banned all of his accounts. Yeah, so they basically they accused him of violating their terms of service, calling him a vigilante, and that he was hurting the brand and also hurting all the other people on the platform. And it's just like they're absolutely diabolical, retarded statement. They never even apologized, I don't think, for that statement that they made. According to Slep, the company's silence lasted until mid-September. Like, they were literally silent for months. Like, for months. They were trying to so hard sweep this under the rug, and in hopes that this would just go away, right? And people would just forget about it. No, we're not going to forget about it. We're going to keep bringing it up. And Slep is not going to stop. He's going to keep bringing it up. Like, this you can't just do that. You can't just do that, and you can't just not take accountability and just be like, oh, this is happening. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, we're not involved or anything. Yeah, it's just misunderstanding. All right, okay. And then just silence, nothing for months on end. Did they forget about it? Did they forget? I'm really hoping that they forgot about, you know, our huge predator community that's still on our platform, you know, that we're not doing anything about. You know, I hope they forgot about that. Like, it's insane. It's insane. Let's go ahead and watch this video. I tried to click on it, do this video here, but it actually doesn't work, so we're gonna go directly. But here's the video here. Roblox contacted me by Slep. We're gonna take a look at this here.
What I would say is we would lead first and foremost with safety and civility.
And just so you know, Slep is a kid. Like, Slep is a kid, and he's a full-time YouTuber. A successful YouTuber at that. And he's literally out here, like a young kid. I think he's like 14 or something like that, around 14. And he's literally organizing sting operations. He's a full-time YouTuber making amazing content like this. Like, it's crazy.
It all started with this one email, one message. The same platform I was victimized on, the one I was fighting to make a safer place, they had just sent me a cease and desist letter, threatening to destroy my life. And you might be wondering, what crime did I do?
Yep, they sent him a cease and desist letter, absolutely diabolical, telling him that what he's doing is wrong and not the predators, and what the predators are doing are wrong. No, they sent him a cease and desist and calling him a vigilante. Absolutely disgusting.
May, 6 predators on their platform are no longer harming their users because I got them arrested in real life. I did the job that they should have been doing, and they repaid me by terminating every account I own and saying they would sue me if I ever touched their site again. Before
Disgusting,
this, Roblox's safety failures were impossible to ignore. Predators roamed freely, reports went unanswered, and even employees were admitting that this was happening by literal design. That cease and desist didn't silence me though. All it did was confirm my darkest suspicions about the company, and well, it did for the rest of the world too. Because in the following week, Roblox's stock tanked by $12 billion. The Attorney General of Louisiana following that
$12 billion, dog. That's insane, dog. Wow. They lost $12 billion. I mean, you fuck around and you find out. You fuck around and find out. Just like Netflix, just like Disney, just like a lot of these other companies in like the entertainment and gaming industry space, like fuck around and find out. You want to do retarded shit, you want to support predators, you want to support DEI, you want to support the trans movement, you want to support Antifa, you want to support political bullshit brain rot messaging in our media and our entertainment. Like, fuck around and find out. Like, you will find out. Like, for real.
lawsuit accusing them of putting profits over safety. Roblox aggressively pushed back, releasing statements after statements trying to discredit me. Roblox forced me out of the woodwork to defend myself, and I dropped a video refuting these claims. It exploded overnight, and it became one of the fastest growing videos in the history of Roblox. If Roblox sent me a cease and desist over a few videos getting over 1 million views, what were they about to do next? There was no next, no response, no statement, just silence. And that silence didn't feel normal. It felt intentional, calculated even. It felt like they were quietly preparing for
Exactly. No. What they're doing, they're silent. They're either trying to like prepare to like try to take him out, or either they're trying to be silent in the hopes that this will all blow over and everybody will literally forget about it.
for something big. And at the time, I just didn't know what. Before I show you the next letter they send me, we need to see the full picture so we can really get an understanding of how crazy this is. All of this started because Roblox sent me a cease and desist for catching predators on their platform and reporting them to law enforcement.
That they would then video, they would report to the police, and then only after would they let Roblox know.
The real reason why they sent me a cease and desist letter is because what I'm doing...
Yeah, dude was saying, yeah, so Slep should have contacted us first and told us about the predators before going to the law enforcement police officers. He should have came and told us first. You are so dumb. Like, shut up, bro. Just no. Why? What are you gonna do about it? Like, you already have not been doing anything about it. So what? Why would we even go to you about a predator? Like, are you serious?
Contradicts the image that they're trying to build. An image that is the safest place for anyone on the entire internet. That's not me paraphrasing either.
Ultimately, Roblox is the safest place for anyone on the internet.
We can say that safety issues are not widespread or systemic on Roblox. Our guiding vision is to create the safest, most civil community in the world.
A lot of the negative press has come from things that have happened 5 years ago.
Roblox allows players as young as 5 onto the platform and features brands like Sesame Street, Blippi, and My Little Pony, designed to reach audiences even younger than that. Yet right now, Roblox is hosting a game called Rose Social. This is a clone of an 18-plus platform called Omegle, and it got sued out of existence for widespread exploitation. It now has a home
Wait a
on
minute, for real?
Roblox. You
I
click
did
a
not know
button,
Omegle got
you
shut
instantly
down.
connect into a chat room with a random stranger. You have zero idea who the other person is beyond the screen. To give you an idea of how bad this game is, I had someone run a test of 100 conversations, and 36 of them broke the terms of service of Roblox. It's ironic that
Damn.
Roblox accused me of sharing personally identifiable information, while at the same time,
It's an epidemic on there, bro. It's a fucking epidemic, bro. It's an infestation.
And profiting off of an exploitive game built around that. Quick update. I showed this game to a known Roblox developer with contacts. After seeing what this game allowed, he filed an official Roblox support ticket, and absolutely nothing happened. Because of this, he decided to
Exactly.
go public, sharing how
But
it's
hey,
for a
guys,
game like this to even exist in the first
if you have an
place.
issue
And
with a
only
predator,
then did Roblox
if you have an issue with a predator, please contact us and tell us first before you tell law enforcement.
finally take the game down. By then, this game had already amassed over 2 million visits. Who knows how many people got exploited because of this game. It's also worth noting that Roblox allowed another Omegle-style clone to reach 250 million visits before it was finally taken down in June. But it wasn't taken down by Roblox. The developer of this game took it down themselves because there was so much exploitation going on in it. If the developers are the ones shutting down their own games because of that, that shows there is a severe and critical safety failure going on in this
insane,
company.
bro.
Roblox, as of this moment, allows and hosts a Tinder-style game called Friend Me. It was removed 2 years ago, and yet Roblox allowed it to come back under a new name. It works exactly like Tinder. Swipe left to skip, swipe right to like. And if you match with them, you get put in a private chat where, to nobody's surprise, the exact same activity takes place. This is only a small amount of the widespread exploitation issues taking place on Roblox.
The
No
amount
matter
of
what age,
degeneracy
what type
on
of player
this
you
shit.
are on Roblox, at the minimum, you will be exposed to inappropriate themes at the very least. And that is because how bad Roblox's moderation system truly
It's insane how many parents have not detected this. Like, it really is. Like, it's really diabolical that not a single parent out here has been able to literally look into this game that their children are playing. Like, not even pay a single fucking ounce of attention, right, at what their child is playing. And their child is playing this. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you just bought this for your child, and then that's that. Like, you just let them just do whatever. Like, no investigation, no research, no nothing.
is. Roblox is actively funneling their users onto a platform called Discord, one of the most unsafe, unregulated spaces on the entire internet. All you have to do is click a button, zero warning about what is taking place on this platform, you are entered into one of these servers. Roblox and
Yeah,
Discord's
Reddit is
relationship
one of
can
the
only be seen as
most
business partners. They're not only
disgusting, toxic
directly
places
integrated
ever.
into each other's platforms, Roblox has actually gone as far as to buy software on Discord. Roblox and Discord are named as defendants in multiple lawsuits because people have been hurt because of this. Roblox loves to tout around about adding 100 new safety features this year. Well, I had someone put these safety features to the test. New account, youngest age possible, every single restriction turned on, and chat disabled. You think you'd be safe, right? Not even close. What you're looking at is pixels, because beyond that point, it is too graphic to even show or describe here. And Roblox's own algorithm recommends games like this to their own users. Their parental game blacklist caps at 100. Mind you, there are millions of games on this platform. There's no avatar controls, meaning
This is diabolical, bro. This is absolutely insane. Their own algorithm is recommending predators and pedophilia. Like, their own platform the algorithm is recommending this stuff. Like, even like with all the restrictions on, that's crazy. That is such a massive problem. Like, you cannot make this up. Like, they have zero, like absolutely zero security. Like, all the security that they're talking about and the safety measures is poop, is shit, is trash. It's not existent. It don't exist. There is no safety measures, yo. There's nothing. Like, it's just a buzzword that they're using to get points. They don't have any safety measures. None.
Whatever another person creates, you can see. Roblox doesn't have a comprehensive reporting outcome dashboard. Roblox doesn't have a whitelist feature, allowing parents to only select a certain amount of games that their kids can play. YouTube Kids literally has this. And their own employees at the company have stated safety features have been denied because it hurt engagement. Then there's the awful Roblox reporting system. We've sent Roblox reports of predators through their system after felony arrests. And in multiple cases, they refused to act until I made videos. Ask anyone in the community. People have lost faith in the moderation system entirely. Their own numbers show one of the lowest moderator to user ratios than any other major social media platform.
Damn,
and just remember,
ratio.
those other platforms aren't marketed to the youngest demographics online. They claim a lot of the negative press has come from things that happened 5 years ago. The major situations creating the biggest buzz have happened within the last 1 to 2 years. And the person who said that, she works for Roblox, while sitting on multiple councils shaping online safety policy. Lawsuits against Roblox have pointed out this insane conflict of interest, influencing safety legislation while working for the company under scrutiny. But this is the core of Roblox, a billion-dollar company that calls itself the safest place on the internet for anyone, while knowing.
Yeah, because they don't care. They don't give a shit. All they care about is making money. That's it. But no matter what, no matter where it comes from, no matter how they gotta get it, all they care about is making money. That's why do you think Roblox is such a huge... Roblox has been one of the most massive, successful games, family-oriented, style, children's game style, games out there, besides like Minecraft, right? So, of course, they want to make money. They're making millions, billions, right? They don't give a little shit. They literally don't care.
Hosting, profiting, and ignoring one of the most dangerous ecosystems on the internet.
They don't care where it comes from, even if it comes from the predators.
To get a full grasp of everything, we need to start by assembling a timeline. This was the last video I did regarding a Roblox predator I caught. In this video, I talked about how Roblox was a suppressive company towards people calling out their moderation. Ironic because 15 days later, Roblox sends me a cease and desist letter. They banned every account I own, including ones that go back to when I was a little kid. And Roblox threatened to sue me for
They went
computer
that
fraud.
hard? They went that hard. Like this man must have hurt Roblox so bad for them to literally go and ban every single account that this man has and has had in the past. Like every single one. That's disgusting. That's like literally on some personal level. That's like a personal level type response.
If I ever touch their site again. The next day, I released the news, and for 3 days straight after it, it was trending on Twitter. Calls for boycotts, TikToks, videos. For a short while, it became the topic of the internet. But behind the scenes, I was talking to law firms, and I officially retained SGGH in Millburg. This law firm in particular is representing 1,000 clients between Roblox and Discord abuse. On the 14th, with my law firm, we put out a statement. We pointed out the pure irony of the cease and desist and that SGGH was representing my claims against the company. In this statement, it was also revealed that Chris Hansen was creating a documentary on Roblox and that he got in touch with me to show his support.
That's right.
And on the same
Yep, so that was another big thing that Roblox was not expecting at all. And I bet they were sweating bullets because Chris Hansen got involved and got in contact with Slip and literally made Chris Hansen pretty much their enemy. Like the dude is pissed about this. Like he's pissed about this. The dude absolutely hates child trafficking and sexual predators. He hates that shit. That's what he fights against. That's what he goes after. That's his whole thing. So he literally got in contact with Slep. He's working with Slep. He's creating a documentary with Slep. Like he's trying to help Slep go after Roblox. And Chris Hansen has also filed a lawsuit, I believe, against the Roblox
Exact day,
company as
Louisiana
well.
Attorney General Liz Murrow filed her giant lawsuit against Roblox. In this, she pointed out games that I mentioned in my Predator catches. That if Roblox heard me out, this lawsuit might not have even existed. The next day, my law firm sent a letter to Roblox. We broke down how unjustified and unfair this ban was, and how Roblox was never giving this sort of treatment to any predators on their platform. We also said that any form of communication must be routed through my legal counsel, and how if Roblox did try to pursue anything, that my law firm would fight tooth and nail under California's anti-SLAPP laws. Roblox's law firm responded that they received the letter, and that was it. That was the last communication we had with them up until this point. It's also worth noting during this time frame, Roblox was putting out statement after statement, going as far as to compare me to actual predators. They labeled my work as vigilantism, claiming I was taking the law into my own hand. But the truth is, law enforcement themselves have publicly gone on record in public statements that they're grateful for people like me who step forward and give them evidence, which ends up resulting in an arrest. As of right now, videos on my channel have resulted in people being put
like
on the
this
registry,
need to
and
find
the
out.
only ones taking law into their own hands were the police. They were the ones placing the handcuffs time and time again. But anyways, back to the timeline. This is when my video dropped defending myself against Roblox's baseless allegations. The anger online reached its maximum capacity. It had just passed the threshold for the company. Their stock dropping, lawsuits, news outlets, an entire online movement. What were they about to do next?
He absolutely has Roblox by the balls.
Hi,
like,
Michael.
literally.
I understand. Our decision to moderate and ban your accounts came as a surprise and something you wholeheartedly disagree with. That said, our intent has been to keep the platform safe, and I believe that is something we have in common. Would you be up for a conversation to see if there's some way we can keep you active in the Roblox community?
Wait, what?
Since the very
Wait, what?
beginning, I had been begging Roblox for a direct line of communication. Just one person inside of the company who would listen to me. Time after time, they ignored me. I told them how I was victimized on their platform, how I was trying to help make it safer, and how I had evidence and information that they crucially needed. Never once did they hear me out. Then, after them threatening to sue me
Absolutely.
for computer fraud, an entire online movement, and them losing $12 billion in market value, they finally decide to hear me out. They had the nerve to say we share the same interests. Really. Because in your
I'm telling you, when you as the consumer, when you as a consumer speak up, right, and you vote with your wallet, right? You express how you feel, and you vote with your wallet. You will make these companies do what you want them to do, or do what you want them to do, right? Because at the end of the day, the customer is the one with the power, right? Not the companies. The companies may have billions and billions of dollars, but who gave them billions and billions of dollars? Us, the consumer, right? We gave them the money, right? So if we expect them to give us the best and most valuable products. That's what we want. We want the best and most valuable products that matter to us, that are safe, and just make our lives better and fun and things of that sort. You know what I mean? So when you have companies like this, right, that are basically ruining experiences for the customer, don't give a shit for the customer. They're just there to make money, right? And they're out here blocking this guy and shitting all over this dude, and then block him off the platform for about 6 months to a year. Then all of a sudden, you know, when they get all their huge pushback, when they get all of the huge pushback from the community, right? Now all of a sudden they want to change their tone, right? It's crazy.
response to me, the CEO was defending the game Peep City. And in this, they said it wasn't the developer's fault, even though he was enabling these features and has publicly made statements like this. This game has 16 billion visits, and it's been one of the biggest safety problems on the platform for almost a decade now. To prove how unsafe this was, one of the biggest Roblox content creators joined this game, and within 4 seconds they were exposed to inappropriate stuff. This was the game Roblox was defending. We're supposed to believe you guys care about safety? Trust me, I want to believe you. You have no idea how much I want that to be true. But how can we believe that after everything that has just happened? Then came the part about keeping me active within the Roblox community. This was their supposed olive branch. My supposed ticket back on the platform I've been playing since I was a little kid. But the thing is, this was never about me getting unbanned. It was about the victim, the player, the community.
I'll tell you what they mean by keeping him active in the community, right? Because the whole free slap community is absolutely bodying Roblox, right? They're going in on Roblox. And so now they're trying to be like, oh, well, we kind of don't want to unban your accounts, but we kind of still want to somehow in some way get you back onto our platform so that you can help us appease the community. It's absolutely fucking pathetic.
That has been neglected forever. Roblox thought that this was about a few accounts. They thought if they just pressed the unban button, all of this would go away.
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to be like, oh, if we're not going to unban your actual Roblox accounts, but you know, if we can somehow let you back in the actual like Roblox community, you can help us, you know, mitigate and basically calm the community that's in a rage right now. Get the fuck out of here. What happened to the sound?
Exploit. What they don't I both get is that free schlep was never about me. It was about exposing the systemic safety failures that I proved existed before and that I still proved existed today. It was about how Roblox will show immense force against someone trying to simply help, but never share that same energy with predators that are operating freely on their platform. And it's also worth considering the person who wrote this email wasn't just Roblox. It was Matt Kaufman. Matt Kaufman was just
it was the same dude in the video.
He insinuates bringing me back onto the platform. That's how disingenuous all of this reads. But none of this at all compares to the biggest red flag in all of this. Going back to the timeline, when we responded to Roblox's cease and desist, we explicitly wrote them that all communication must go through my legal counsel. This email was sent directly to me through the 2 emails that they sent the cease and desist through. Matt Kaufman went behind my lawyer's back to directly contact me. This wasn't just insanely inappropriate, but it was also really suspicious. This, at the end of the day, was just a PR war for Roblox. I had to consider, was this a possible trap? Were they trying to bait me? Something just reeked so fishy about this. And I wasn't going to go into this blind. As of this very moment, I'm still open to talk to Roblox about how they could fix safety problems. But one key thing needs to happen. It needs to be in good faith. And I needed to make sure this email was actually in good faith. So before I did anything, I waited for one thing in particular. I wanted to see the next statement Roblox would make about me. Because if they believed my intentions were good, then logically, if they were acting in good faith, they would stop lying about me in the media. To nobody's surprise at all, they kept going. Their smear campaign continued despite Matt Kaufman's email to me. That's when it clicked. This email didn't come from a place of sincerity. It came from fear. In just a week, Roblox was set to host their biggest yearly event, their equivalent of an Apple keynote. This moment defines their public image for the next year. At the same time, David was on stage at this event. I was going to be on stage with no other than Chris Hansen. Also, a detective who's actually worked on Roblox predator cases, and my lawyer. Roblox releases their statements claiming they have experts. It's only what they're claiming. For me, the
experts
people
of
who
what?
had my back were real.
What, legal experts?
Do you know what Roblox is?
A sexual predator ring. That's what it
Your
is.
children do. And if you've been following this on social media, you will know this next young man I'm going to introduce, Michael Schlepp. Michael is a key part of our investigation as his attorney. Steve is a lawyer based in Chicago. His firm is representing more than 500 cases of people like Schlepp. And we're also very fortunate to be joined by a dedicated detective, Henrik Austin, from the Marion County, Florida Sheriff's Department, with whom I've been working on this very investigation. Welcome, Detective. Thank you. Schlepp, let's start with you. Tell me about your early experience on Roblox. Why did you enjoy interacting on the platform?
Well, Roblox, it was a children's game, you know. It was like little Legos, you know. I thought it was a cool game. It evolved into me like taking it seriously, learning programming a little bit, and
Wow.
you know, I thought it was cool. But
So you actually learned
it was
programming.
pretty like crazy to see like how it evolved from something innocent to something really bad.
There was a series of incidents where a very well-known content creator targeted you.
Yeah.
Tell me what happened.
I met a very popular game developer. You know, I looked up to him because he created a game.
He was a bit of a hero to you.
Yeah, he created a game that I really liked. You know, I was like, oh my gosh, he's talking to me, he's interacting with me. I'm just a little kid. I didn't think anything of it. And what was created was this power dynamic. It evolved into him taking advantage of me, and it went on for years. And my mom contacted Roblox about the stuff that happened to me, and they totally brushed her off. It's just ridiculous.
No action whatsoever.
No action until years later, until another female developer came forward about her experiences, and only then he finally got removed.
And Schlepp, I want to talk in a moment about
That's just
your
diabolical,
recent
bro.
activity.
That's so sad.
But first, I want to hear from your attorney.
Only when
Steve,
stuff happens, right?
This is one of more than 500 cases your firm is handling against Roblox.
Yes, that's correct. And we now represent over 800, Chris, survivors attributable to Roblox and to Discord. Just a shocking number of cases in and of itself. But we're one firm, and what we're finding is that there are thousands of survivors like Schlepp.
Detective Austin and I have known each other for several months. We had sat down and interviewed Detective Austin
so
about
diabolical,
his
bro.
cases in Marion County involving Roblox. And listen to this for a second. Not only did they bust a 17-year-old, but there's another case in Marion County, in this one county in Central Florida. So if those two cases come to our attention just in Marion County, Florida, what is happening in the rest of Florida? What is happening in the rest of the United States? What is happening in the rest of the world?
For those of you who don't know about NCMEC, National Center for Missing and Exploited Children provided us with some information about someone that was believed to live within my jurisdiction, that they were engaging in quite a bit of exploitive behavior, extremely explicit conversations, executed a search warrant on the residence of the person I believed to be the predator, and met Christian Scriven. You know, we had quite a conversation, and it was unbelievable to see his perspective and the scope of just what one person, one 7-year-old person can do in a short amount of time.
Dealing with Roblox, is enough being done, in your opinion, as a detective?
I can speculate on exactly what's being done and what's not being done. I can say that when I had this particular case, I don't know if it was because of the media coverage it received or if it was for some other reason, but I did meet with Roblox. Over a Zoom call, I met with quite a bit of their outreach people, and we spoke about certain things that could change, things to take away from this particular case. I think until we can say that this is not happening anymore, enough is not being done.
What made you decide to show this predatory activity?
He made a nice response.
On Roblox.
I mean, he made an
what
okay
made you
response.
become an advocate for this?
So I started out as just a normal Roblox content creator. I made games on like a really basic kids game. You would see it, you would not think there's any way predators could infiltrate this game or anything like that. And what I saw was there were people trying to do horrible stuff, and it blew my mind. Like, because this is a community I really cared about, I was very involved in, and, you know, I would get emails saying, hey, there's this predator, he's messaging me inappropriately, and this is his Roblox account, can you do something? And there was really nothing I could do, but I mean, as time went on, these messages only just increased in volume, and then I created my current main channel, Schlep, and on that channel, it just exploded. I was getting these emails more than daily.
You exposed at least 6 different predators on Roblox, all 6 of which
Base
all
slap
6
though.
of whom
Base slap. Like,
were prosecuted by
dude
law.
is a hero. He is a hero, bro. Like, he is an absolute hero. And that's exactly
But you
why
went to
there's
Roblox
a
first.
huge
So yeah, we would find
community
Roblox predators,
that
and
supports
we
it.
would set up little decoy stings, and you know, these predators would show up, and we would sit down, we would have a conversation, sort of similar to what you do, and you know, they would.
By the way, I was 22 when I started in health reporter. That's how old Schlep is now. Just saying.
Yeah, we would talk to them, and a lot of times when the cops would show up, they would just admit to everything. Even after being Mirandized, they would be like, yeah, I was here to do this. They would just bring charges on them every single time.
And how did Roblox respond to this?
In multiple instances, after we got these felony arrests, we would send them the same Google Drives that we were sending to law enforcement, and they would not take action until after our videos would release, which would get millions of views.
You get millions of views on these videos. It can't be a proud moment for Roblox. It's somewhat embarrassing. What does Roblox do then?
I made it very clear to Roblox, you know, I was willing to handle stuff privately with them, and I just wanted a line to the company. After one of my first arrests, that was literally what I put out. I was victimized on this platform as a kid, and that I wanted a line so I could properly communicate with them to report these individuals. They never gave me anything until what happened very recently.
Which was?
A cease and desist letter.
A cease and desist letter. So get this, all right? Schlep, who's doing this work, receives a cease and desist letter from Roblox, essentially threatening legal action and insinuating that he was breaking the law and certainly breaking the terms of service.
Free slap. There you go.
With Roblox.
There you go.
They had an opportunity to make Schlep a
That's what
partner
I'm talking
and
about. Everybody
ambassador
knows.
of
Everybody
moderation
knows.
and safety, and instead,
Roblox
what
is
we're,
so
what we're
fucking good.
seeing is Roblox has its public-facing actions, which are very, flowery, positive statements about everything it's doing about safety. And behind the scenes, they're trying to silence critics. They are removing content that Schlep and others have identified from their platform to cover their tracks. And they are trying to move cases that have been filed, including cases that we filed, into confidential arbitration, where public scrutiny of the choices they made, of what they knew, when they knew it, would be completely impossible.
Is this arbitration a normal part of dealing with a case like this, or is this a way to hush people?
That's horrible.
It's a way to hush survivors of assault. It's something that the United States Congress in 2023 decided through legislation that they were not going to permit. But it's not even just a question of law, because we're confident we're going to beat down the arbitration provisions, but it's a question of that.
That's just fucking so bad, man. Like, they're actively doing this. They're actively doing this.
Values for Roblox. What are Roblox's
Actively
values?
doing this,
And,
trying to sweep shit under the rug
they
and
have
cover it
core
up.
values that they represent to the public, and I can tell you, if you go look them up, they're the complete opposite of pushing minors into a confidential arbitration.
Detective, I don't want to put you in a position to give away tradecraft, because this work you do is so critical and so important, and we've had the benefit of seeing you in action. But based upon your work, going after predators and people who are you surprised at the level of predatory activity on this platform?
I'm not surprised based on how it is set up. I am shocked that it is there and that it's continuing. I feel that there's specific things that getting into tradecraft, I can't specifically talk about here, but very specific things that could be done that would be easy, that would quash a significant amount of it. I know that information has been relayed by myself and other investigators.
So you and other detectives have shared your thoughts about this based upon real-life investigative experience to the company, to Roblox.
Yes, they facilitated those interactions, which, you know, on the one hand, that's fantastic. I meet with them, we talk about a few things, they say, okay, we'll have to get with our people. I'm at another interaction several months later, and the same things are brought up by other people, and the reaction is the same. Oh, these are great ideas. The same people I spoke to several months ago. I don't know what's happening behind the scenes. All I know is the exploitation of children is continuing.
It's continuing as we sit here on this stage, even though you and others have given suggestions, concrete steps to prevent it from happening. Detective, what do you say, based upon everything you've learned, everything you know about the activity on this platform? What do you say to parents?
I'd say that there are individuals, a significant amount of individuals on that platform who have a obscure interest in the violation of innocence. And I would say, with that being the case, if it was my children, I would not put them on there. And so where it stands now, Roblox is...
I would say parents need to do a better job. Parents, do a better job of teaching your kids, of paying attention to your kids, of knowing what your kids are doing, knowing what your kids are getting into, right? Know what you're buying and paying for and giving to your kids. It's diabolical. These parents are just going out here just getting anything and everything for their kids that kids should not have. They don't do any research whatsoever. They just go and buy this thing because the kid wants it. Like, there's parental controls. Parents don't even give a shit about that. They don't care about parental controls. Start using parental controls, parents. Right? It's absolutely diabolical. These kids are getting absolutely fucked because part of it is, the biggest problem is these companies that are complicit in allowing this bullshit, and then you have dumb, retarded parents who don't give a shit about what their kids are doing.
It's inarguably not safe for children.
So you might be wondering how Roblox's event went while I was on stage speaking about them. Their event opened with a warning to anyone who planned on causing a disturbance.
We ask that everyone let presentations and discussions run without interruption. If an interruption does occur, that person will be asked to leave RDC.
Now, as we began taking the stage, their keynote began. While we were on stage talking about the real harm going on, the CEO of Roblox was on stage at his event talking about the idea of bringing dating onto the platform.
What?
Let's up this to 18 plus.
Bro, this is so
one's
fucking
controversial, but here's what.
This is while multiple lawsuits are being filed against Roblox.
It is a children's game, right? Isn't it marketed to children? Why would you put dating on it? Sure, you could slap this is for 18 plus. Sure, you can slap that on there. But if your game is mostly children and family oriented, why would you put this on here? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because Roblox is doing this shit. Roblox is doing this shit themselves. They like this shit. They believe in it. They believe in the predators. They believe in predation. They believe in grooming. Right? And they believe in this shit. They absolutely support it. And they're doing this shit themselves. Allegedly.
Roblox every single week. Instead of addressing those cases, they are on stage at the exact same time we are, entertaining the idea of turning this app primarily played by kids into a dating platform. Then Roblox went ahead and rushed out a brand new panel to deal with all the outrage, to show how transparent they're being towards safety. And during the entire session, the word predator wasn't even mentioned once. They talked about safety while single-handedly ignoring the biggest safety problem on their platform. What do you call this other than PR theater? None of this remotely compares to what happened when a CNBC journalist confronted the CEO at RDC about me live on television.
Now let's talk about safety. This is you did have a new safety announcement this year. The age estimation. Basically, someone takes a selfie, they could see it. At the same time, there's the Louisiana Attorney General's lawsuit against you. There's also the Schlepp controversy, this sort of vigilante, so to speak, that you kicked him off your platform. As you guys continue to think about safety and go after this, why is it so easy for someone like a Schlepp to go in and play Chris Hansen and sort of find these things that you guys aren't finding?
Yeah, I want to highlight.
To save you the next minute and 30 seconds, the CEO...
That is a diabolical question. That is a diabolical loaded question. That man said, so, how is it possible that this kid can play Chris Hansen and catch these predators so easily?
Completely ignores the question. Instead, he goes on a tangent talking about how safe Roblox is. He talks about safety features and parental controls, which I've shown in this video are deeply flawed, and he doesn't acknowledge me once despite me being the question. The interviewer asks him once again, as direct as he possibly can be. If David ignores this, it will be most definitely viewed as him refusing to answer the question about my situation.
This is a very passionate issue among your user base and your community, and they find stuff too. And it was a big controversy when you kicked this guy off the platform.
Yeah, we want to highlight.
How should they be thinking about that?
Yeah, we want to highlight really. We have no tolerance for people who don't follow our policies, and so, for example, we don't allow people on our platform to impersonate other people or to do other things on our platform.
So they call him a vigilante again.
I already addressed this point in my last video. Impersonation means I'm taking the identity of a real person. We have never once done that. Our decoys are fictional profiles built from nothing. The images used are from adults that work with us. Since there's no identity, there's nobody to impersonate. Roblox is once again painting me as a villain. But this moment here is different, because after demonizing me, he's about to try and play both sides.
We're really consistent, but I would highlight, we've reached out to Schlepp, we've reached out to the General. We love their, feedback and input to how to scale our system. It's why we focus so much on keeping everyone on Roblox where they can share images, or where all text is filtered.
Roblox went from lying about me to praising my feedback in the same sentence. For more than a year, I had been begging this company for a line of communication. They ignored every attempt. Now they are using that inappropriate outreach to me as a PR talking point in interviews, as proof that they are engaging and doing their part. Here's what David does not say. He does not mention that they went behind my lawyers' backs. He does not mention that his team had spent weeks publicly in the media comparing me to predators and mislabeling me as a vigilante. He does not mention that even after the outreach, they continued attacking me, and that in this very same sentence where he pretends to play both sides, he is still lying about me. This is not a company trying to work with someone in good faith. This is a company trying to rewrite the record publicly while they continue the same behavior that they claim to have stopped. After this interview, my law firm made a letter to Roblox's legal team, which was also posted publicly. We mentioned all the following points on how inappropriate their behavior was. But we made it clear to Roblox, even after everything that they've done, we are still open to a conversation, but only on basic good faith terms.
If Roblox is sincerely interested in a constructive conversation about platform safety, we are open to engaging in such a dialogue, provided it is not conducted in a context where our client is simultaneously being threatened, publicly maligned, and privately courted without notice to his legal representatives. Critically, any such discussion must also address how Roblox intends intends to become accountable to the hundreds, if not thousands, of individuals who have been exposed to predation as a result of using the platform. To date, despite publicly attacking Schlepp and hastily introducing safety features in apparent response to the unfavorable publicity generated by his advocacy, neither Mr. Kaufman, Mr. Bazuki, nor any other representative of the company has asked a single question about the devastating number of survivors of misconduct facilitated through the Roblox platform.
Absolutely.
It's been almost
diabolical.
2 months since that letter was sent to Roblox's law firm, and they
Eddie
have
made
not
that
responded
public,
to my
too.
attorneys.
Made
Roblox
that public.
reached out to me only after the damage was done, and the
Free
way they
slap.
did it was inappropriate and self-serving. They tried to hold that outreach up in the public as proof they engaged and cared about what I had to say, while still continuing the same disgusting attacks. Even after that, I didn't reject them. All I did was wait, and then I countered with 2 basic conditions: honesty and a basic discussion for the victims that they themselves have created. And well, that was too much for them, because they never responded back.
Typical, bro.
Maybe I could have come back to Roblox. Maybe I could have even worked with them like they suggested. But if a company cannot agree to something as basic as speaking in good faith, then there's something deeper going wrong here. I will not trade my voice for a few Roblox accounts. At the end of the day, there's thousands of survivors who were not listened to, who were dismissed, who were harmed on a platform that told the world it was safe. After what happened to me when I was younger, I searched the world for that voice. I will not stop speaking out for the thousands of victims that this platform has created. And the reality is, I think Roblox knows this. And I think this is why they didn't reach back out. And if that means I'm banned forever and can never play this game again, well, so be it.
Our documentary.
It's really epic video,
We've been,
bro.
as you
Epic,
know,
epic,
trying
beautiful
to
video.
Schedule
Absolutely
a sit-down interview with somebody from Roblox to discuss all of these issues in a very open.
Hey, thank you for the
honest
follow.
environment. And thus far, they are refusing to sit down.
I appreciate
for an
you.
interview.
Thank you.
And when I pressed
I'll definitely
as
give you
to
an ad.
why they wouldn't want to sit down, a spokesperson told me it was because I interviewed you and the Louisiana Attorney General.
The irony of
definitely,
Roblox
bro.
going on
Bring
live
more, bring more
television
friends.
saying they value the feedback from me and the state attorney general, and then turning around and refusing Chris Hansen's interview, that can only be viewed as pure dishonesty. In just the last month, during a Senate Judiciary hearing, a whistleblower from another company called out Roblox for their massive safety failure. Florida has now issued a criminal subpoena against Roblox, officially putting them under criminal investigation.
hit left
Texas
and
has
right.
announced a sweeping lawsuit against Roblox. Kentucky and other states have filed lawsuits too. And in Kentucky's filing, my name is mentioned 13 times. They even mentioned me in the press conference. They cite safety issues that I've been bringing up since before my cease and desist, and highlight how I've been calling it out. On Fox News earlier this month, David was asked about me again. He ignored the question about me, but then he tried to shift the blame onto other social media platforms, which of course he didn't name. But mind you, Roblox is partnered with...
He has to be getting pissed off of constantly being asked about Schlepp and the situation. Like, bro, just answer. Just answer the question. Bro, you're going to keep getting asked the question. Stop ignoring it. Stop ignoring it. Like, everybody sees it.
Those other platforms. And only when to be put under the spotlight, they shift the blame. There's a lot I can't talk about yet, but trust me, this fight is far from over. Roblox has created one of the most dangerous spaces online, and the people responsible for it need to be held accountable. But that only happens if we continue to speak up. Call your local senators, your attorney generals. Tell them that Roblox needs to be investigated. Tell them whistleblowers are being silenced while predators run free. Lawmakers have told me these calls matter, and that's how they got involved in the fight in the first place. Your voice has extreme power, and one simple call can change everything.
Absolutely right.
I quickly want to give a shout out to these amazing people you see on your screen. If you want to go the extra mile and help support the work.
All right, so that was Schlepp's update on the Roblox situation. Roblox had reached out to Schlepp after 6 months and sent him an email. And they wasn't even supposed to reach out to him directly. They were supposed to send it to his legal team. So they just keep fucking up. They just keep fucking up, and it's just absolutely horrible. They're getting cooked. Like, they're going to get bodied. Like, they got Chris Hansen on their ass. They got multiple states. They're being sued by multiple states. They even got Congress. Like, it's all they're going to get demolished. They're going to get destroyed. It's only a matter of time, and I think they're like bracing for it. They're like bracing for it. I think, in my opinion, they're like getting ready for their ass cheeks to get clapped.